everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk to you about the clip system that I use for my finances. I have been using this for a couple of months and it's been working so well for me. Before I get started, I want to let you guys know that I follow the Dave Ramsey baby steps. I have followed them for a few years. I'm going to link his YouTube channel below as well as his daughter's YouTube channel. Her name is Rachel Cruze. And I actually got inspiration from Rachel with the clip system. Dave Ramsey says to use cash for items that you typically overspend in, and I will go into what I overspend in. I have 4 categories that I typically overspend in, and he says to use like an envelope system. However, I'm going to show you, this is my wallet. This is a Michael Kors wallet that I got about 5 or 6 years ago. They no longer make this exact wallet. However, they make the same style, but just not in this like faux snake print. But I will leave a link below to the exact wallet style if I can find it. I believe I found it a couple of months ago when I did a what's in my bag video. But the reason that I bring up the kind of wallet that I use is because an envelope system wouldn't really work in here because it's a little bit small. I actually have to fold my bills in half to get them in here. So when I was watching Rachel's video, she was talking about using like paper clips or other kind of clips. It's just kind of a modified version of the envelope system. So without further ado, let me show you inside of my wallet and how I organize. So this is the inside of my wallet and how I have it organized. And I'm gonna go over what is in there and why I overspend in that area. So this is my whole clip system. These are the areas that I tend to overspend in, so I'm controlling it a little bit more with cash. So what I tend to do is on the first week of the month, not always the first, but the first week of the month, I will go inside of my local bank branch. And the reason that I go inside is because I don't have everything in a $20 denomination. There are a couple of these that I need some 10s for, because I feel like that's appropriate for the month. So like I said, this has been working very well for me. And let me show you the categories that I typically overspend in. The things that I overspend in will not necessarily be the things that you overspend in. But the first one is grocery shopping. And I'm talking about just food. I am not talking about food for my dog or medicine or any household things like laundry soap, dish soap, things of that nature. I don't put into this category. This is strictly just food at the grocery store. So when your next question is probably gonna be, well, how do you figure out what you're gonna have for food? And if you buy, say, like laundry detergent and Kleenexes, for example. Well, what I will do is on the conveyor belt, say at Target or my local grocery store, I will separate the transactions. So I will use just this for the food that I'm going to eat, and the rest I will put and I will use it on my debit card that's associated with my checking account. I do not overspend in that area, and I never have been big at overspending in that area, so I know I don't have a problem with that. But the food, I typically overspend in, and a lot of times what I like to do is I buy so many fresh fruits and vegetables, and it is just me and my dog that's like literally sitting right there. And sometimes what happens is I don't get to eat all of them because it is just me. So it makes me really control myself and pull back on the things that I am wanting to purchase for, say, that week or that month or whenever I go to the grocery store. So that is my grocery shopping. My next category is dining. Dining out is such a waste of money, but I understand that people do it, and I feel like I needed to give myself some wiggle room in here. This is including like fast food or just going out with friends or whatever. And I have definitely been sticking within this budget for quite a while, and I love it. And then the nice thing is I'm kind of letting myself move this money, like this cash, all around if I need to. So say I have money left over from the previous month in dining, but I want to, say, stock up on something at the grocery store that's edible, I can take money from my dining and put it into my grocery budget, or vice versa. Or I can just take that extra money and throw it right into my savings account or whatever I want to do with it. So I'm letting myself have a little bit of the wiggle room with the cash because that's helping me a lot. It just doesn't make me so restricted because obviously I'm restricting myself. That's the point of doing the cash envelope system or the cash clip system like I'm doing. So that's been really helpful for my own like mental well-being. I mean, obviously everyone is gonna have a different view of what's gonna work best for them, but this has really been what's inspiring me and what's helping me feel not so restricted on this all cash diet, if you will. And my next category of things that I spend way too much money on is clothing. So what I'm doing with my clothing is I have a set amount every month that I'm putting in this little guy. And then when I want to spend anything out of clothing, it has to be in here. I'm not really letting myself take any money out of this and put it anywhere else. I don't feel like I really need anything for clothing. This is gonna include like shoes or handbags or anything like that, and the money has to be in here. And your next question will probably be, well, what if you find a sale online? How do you do that? Well, how I'm going to be doing that and using this moving forward, and really any of these categories, is going, not the food and stuff, because obviously you don't find deals online, but for clothing at least, say if I find a shirt for $20 and it's $20 and there's a $5 shipping, that's $25. So I can do one of two things. I can take $25 out of the next monthly budget and just write a sticky note that I'm not allowed to put $25 inside of here, that I need to take it out because I've already used it for the next month. Or if I'm being really, really good, I can take $25 out of here and I can put it right into my checking account where I've taken it out. I'm not putting anything on a credit card. I'm just taking it out of here and I'm putting it in my checking account where I got it. And this is just making me reevaluate what is actually needed and what is actually wanted. It's two separate things. Wants and needs are two separate items in my world. And a lot of times when I have to think about it, I won't buy that thing that I was just like, oh, but this is really cute and someone showed this in a YouTube video and I have to buy it. It's like, no, maybe you can think about it. And then if I really, really want it and I have the money in my clip for it, then great, I can go ahead and do it. But it forces me to think about it. And I think that's the biggest key, is you really need to think about it and prioritize what's important to you. Because maybe getting out of debt is more important to you, or building up your savings, or saving for a trip, or saving for a larger goal is more important than a necklace and a top. But again, no judgment here. Everyone has different priorities. And I just feel like if you stop and think about it for a little bit, that sometimes you can shift your priorities just slightly. I'm not saying shift them totally, I'm saying shift them just slightly to suit the needs of you and then your family. And my last but not least one is the thing that you see here on YouTube the most, which is my planning budget. I have money in here right now, but my planning budget is probably where I spend the most amount of my money. But I have, since I just went through all my planning items, just like all my stickers and washi and all of that stuff too, and I have realized that I have quite a bit. I don't need all the things that I buy. I rack a lot of stuff. I give away a bunch of stuff because then I feel like it doesn't work for me. I made a lot of mistakes when I first started doing the decorative planning about a year ago, and it felt really good to purge a lot of those items. But I think now being on more of a restrictive financial diet with planning has really helped me kind of like hone in on what I want and what I don't want. And I know you guys, if you've been watching me for a while, have seen quite a few hauls. You are probably gonna see not as many hauls, or if you do see hauls, they're gonna be a lot smaller in scale and size, but I still like to share with you guys kind of what's new and what's out there. But don't worry, the Plan With Me videos are not going away. Those will still be up every Monday. I just have so much stuff and I don't really need for anything. So in my planning budget, it's actually a whole lot less than any of the other categories. So this is my version of the clip system, and I'm wondering, what do you guys do for your overspending? Do you use cash like I do, or do you use a modified clip system, or do you use the Dave Ramsey cash envelope system for all of your categories? Let me know in the comments below. I'm really curious. And let me know if you guys are interested in more financial videos. I love to talk about this topic, but I'm not sure if you guys would want to see another video about this. So let me know in the comments below if you're interested. And like I said before, I will link Dave Ramsey and Rachel Cruze in the down bar below so you can check them out. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I will talk to you all in my next video. Bye guys.